I'm Merlin Christini. I have dyslexia. I found out when I started in, I believe it was 8th grade. When I first got diagnosed with it officially, I was already at the place where I knew that I had it. When we first found out that I could have it, I was very young and I didn't know how to do anything really. So they knew it was wrong because my reading skills was really low, like really, really low. Because if I would go to read something to myself, I had to stop so many times that my brain just couldn't comprehend it. And when I actually got diagnosed with it, I was reading at like a 5th grade level when my comprehension was all the way up at 12th. So yeah, there was a major gap there. Some of my biggest challenges with it is reading in general. If I normally have to read something out in public, I'll usually either point to it if it's on a menu or just kind of pretend that I've read it. Letters and numbers are usually like backwards sometimes. I used to have like the biggest problem like figuring out which way my B's and my D's went because yeah, they're so similar. I've never been so uncomfortable with something that I have to leave, but in class when we had to like do reading aloud and I got called on, I would stop so many times with this one girl. It annoyed me so bad. Every 20 seconds, she wouldn't even give me like 2 seconds to figure something out. I attend PA Cyber. The thing that I really like about this school is my teachers actually work with me now, and they actually helped me get diagnosed with it while my other schools didn't. There have been a lot of people that have helped me. My main one is my academic advisor, Janine, who has helped me with getting programs and with tutoring. When I would go in with her, she would actually read the books for me and my questions and my quizzes, which helped a tremendous amount. Things that help was actually this one program that my teacher gave me. And it actually takes a screenshot of my computer and it reads it aloud to me, although sometimes it does get like that weird computer thing. My boyfriend helps me with it by reading things when my dyslexia really makes things difficult, like with reading movies and just kind of reading something off of social media. So if I would have anything to say to anybody that has dyslexia, it would be don't let it hold you back from doing something that you think that you could do wrong because of it. Try it and learn to cope with it. It can be difficult at first, but it just shows that you really want to do this. So just go for it.
Hi, I'm Kelly Miller, and I have a child with dyslexia. Dyslexia is a learning disability that affects the way a child reads, understands what he's reading, and how he comprehends it. I found out that Connor had dyslexia probably when he was about 5 years old, I would say. He was in kindergarten, and he had some pretty obvious learning disabilities, and one of the main ones was dyslexia. And they were trying to teach him how to read, and he was profoundly behind the other children, as he still is. Right now he's in 5th grade, but he's actually working on more of a 3rd to 4th grade reading level. My son struggles with it on a daily basis at school. It becomes a big problem when he's at home at night, and we're struggling to do homework. It takes hours instead of 20 minutes just to get through some conversational pieces between us. We have to go back and forth. I have to reiterate what I've learned, what he's learned, and bring it together so that we can get it, the right way, My son's confidence is definitely undermined by dyslexia. He struggles with it when he has to read aloud at class and when he has to read paragraphs and understand it and put it into words and write things afterwards. He doesn't understand what he's reading. And so a lot of the other kids will laugh at him and make fun of him. So he has to find coping mechanisms to deal with that and realize this is going to be a struggle throughout his life. I would say Connor excels at a lot of artistic things, actually. As far as extracurricular things, he's very good with his eye-hand coordination, exceptionally good. I think because he struggles in other areas, he's focused in on the areas that he always did well, and now he excels. And even the teachers point that out, Connor is fantastic sense of humor. He keeps his sense of humor up about things, and I think that's one of the greatest things about him. His resilience, because of his sense of humor, has brought him far. He's a lot of disabilities, including dyslexia and comorbid conditions, but he tends to pull himself up, and he seems to always be okay, and I think a lot of it is because of his sense of humor. If you have a child with dyslexia, I would say the earlier that they get intervention, the better. You do not want to put that off any longer than you have to. You want to find out possibly, if you can, before kindergarten, so that they can flourish. They don't have to be feeling bad about themselves. They have somebody helping them and showing them the different avenues and how they can learn things and different kinds of coping techniques to get through all these things that they fear, and being around the other kids and not being able to learn as quick as them, you know? And that's, I'd say, the most important thing that you can do for your child with dyslexia. And also giving them support at home. When they come home and they're feeling frustrated, you know, you have to be there to listen and to keep reiterating that it's not your fault that you have a disability, but you just learn in a different way. You're intelligent, you're smart, you just learn in a different kind of a way, you know? And that's okay. As long as you get to where you need to go, it doesn't matter how long it takes you.